Hello, everyone. Today is Wednesday, August 9th. This is the Cluster API office hours. I would like to just remind everyone that we have a meeting etiquette. If you'd like to speak, please raise your hand. And if you want to ask anything or start any discussions, feel free to add to the agenda under discussion topics for today. And then also just a reminder that we abide to the CNCF Code of Conduct. So that just means please be respectful and kind to everyone. All right. And if you haven't already, you can add your name to the attendee list. That helps us keep track of who's attending these meetings. And as the first item of the agenda, we usually like to give a second for anyone who's new to the meeting who wants to say hello and introduce themselves. So if that's you, I will mute for a second. Feel free to unmute and say hi. We'd love to hear who's new here.
I can introduce myself. I'm Michael Shen. I work at Red Hat. I'm a shadow on the release team for this upcoming release. It's my first time joining this meeting.
Awesome. Welcome, Michael. Thanks for joining. Anyone else? All right, if not, let's move on. I don't believe there are any open proposals right now, but please correct me if I'm wrong. If you have anything to say about an open proposal, please raise your hand. All right. If not, let's go on to discussion topics. So, yeah, David, you had the first one.
Yeah,
David,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah, sure. So this PR has been open for a while, and at least for us with CAPC, it's pretty important because this is what we're shifting to as a dependency. So we missed the 1.5 release, so there's kind of a two-part question here. One is, can we do anything that maybe, I know Fabrizi has been reviewing it, if someone else can take a look maybe to help try and move it forward, that would be great. But then the other question would be also if it's possible for us to have this be in a point release of 1.5 versus a new feature, so we don't have to wait like till November or whatever it is to get to be able to use this functionality, because this kind of blocks us from using ASO as a dependency because of the cluster move functionality. Those are the 2 points behind that.
So, I think several folks are on vacation right now and not around, including Fabrizio, who was the main reviewer for this PR. So I kind of wish he was here for that conversation, but I'll let Stefan go since he has his hand raised.
Yeah, I can say something from the VMware side. Yeah, so basically Fabrizio was on PTO, is currently a bit swamped on like downstream stuff. He's trying to catch up. Hopefully he's back like, I don't know, next week or the week after to finding time to do upstream reviews. Otherwise, what might be good, we have specific classic huddle reviews and approvers. I don't know if they already reviewed the PR. What I can say is Urash is one of them. And for Urash, it's like he's moved to another part from VMware. So he needs some time to figure out if he's going to continue to contribute to cluster API or not. So I wouldn't expect Urash to review because he's probably, I'm pretty sure he won't have time for it. But I think Jonathan is on a review list. Maybe that would be a good step just to get another round of review on it. And I don't know about just in general other reviews or approvers. I'm really at my bandwidth limits. I'm trying to focus on the most important stuff so that I'm not blocking on that, like supporting 128 and other stuff. I can speak for anyone else here. We have a bunch of reviews and approvers in our honest file.
Thanks, Stefan. Yeah, I think that's a good suggestion. I think in general, just relying on a single reviewer, especially since, folks tend to take vacation around this time of year, is not the best way to move forward. But yeah, I'll also take a look at the PR again. I took a look earlier, and then I'm gonna CC you, Raj and Jonathan, to see if either of them has bandwidth to take a look. How does that sound for now? In terms of backporting this, I don't think this really qualifies just because it's a feature, unless we kind of see this as like this should have been the behavior from the beginning, and arguably it's a bug that it doesn't block and it deletes things before waiting. But I don't know. I think it's a very debatable, yeah, situation.
Yeah, I think probably just based on our normal rules, doesn't really qualify. Just because I think it's really hard to make the case. I mean, I would have taken also look, but it's really hard to make a case that this is a bug fix because Dustcuddle worked like this for I don't know how many years. So it's probably really a feature. And it's all Dustcuddle itself is also not experimental or something where you could say, oh, that's an experimental thing. I don't really remember if we have something like, hey, we can make exceptions in any case if like a bunch of maintainers say, okay, special circumstances, we want to backport. I really don't remember. And I also don't have an opinion about this one specifically yet.
Okay, well, we'll just, I guess, at least try and get over the hurdle of getting it merged first. And I guess go from there. Thank you.
Yeah, I think I can also take a look when I review to see how impactful it is, and like, if it has anything that could be breaking for existing users or that sort of thing. Yeah. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for bringing this up. Let's see, Michael, you have the next one.
This one's more kind of like an FYI. There's an issue, and then this PR open that will begin to enforce that an area label is on all the PRs. So if like a PR is missing an area label, it will get this do not merge its area label added by Prout. Yeah, it's mostly like FYI, or in case there are any, kind of major concerns.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you for bringing this up. I know the release team has been working on adding area labels for a while, so this is probably a good way towards making it easier for them to not have to go and manually add labels back to PRs that already merged. So yeah, thanks for bringing this up, Stefan.
Yeah, considering that our current mode is that at some point there are like a bunch of notifications popping up that we add area labels after merge. I'll also be pretty happy that we now get them before merge, so it's just a little bit less noisy. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we can approve this relatively soon, and then we have to see. Usually in this area we need some sort of approval from top level test infra, but I'll see. I probably can assign someone who looks there relatively quickly, because we had some situations where we had to wait like for 2 or 3 weeks to get stuff like this merged there because probably the people are very busy there. But we'll see how we can expedite this, I would say.
Thank you.
Yep. Sounds good. All right. CI team, I don't know who wants to take this.
I can speak behalf on the CI team. I think a couple of days ago, a couple of jobs of CAPI release 1.3 were migrated onto the EKS community cluster, but then we have been seeing some errors. Basically, we do not have any logs on the test jobs because the test seems to be running into some authentication errors while creating the test pods. We had a discussion on the CAPI channel itself, but I was wondering if there's anyone in here who could help us out with the PRAO or EKS issues. If there are, please reach out to us or on the CAPI channel itself. Thank you.
Sounds good. I will take a look after the meeting. If anyone has any ideas or has been following the, oh, Stefan, go ahead.
Yeah, Killian and me are involved there a bit. So currently we basically do a bit of try and error. I would say let's give this a try. The thing we're currently trying with basically moving the job back and forth between the clusters to normal one and the EKS cluster. And I think if that doesn't work out, we probably should ask somewhere towards SIG testing. But I think that's roughly the plan, probably based on the current thread. But definitely thanks for bringing it up here.
Killian?
Yeah, just on asking SIG testing. So the person who actually opened the PR to move to the EKS cluster, I don't think they're an active cluster API contributor. I could be wrong, but they were doing this on testing thread. They have opened a thread already in testing thread, and I've linked it there in the context here. So just a Slack thread in testing thread. There's no replies yet, so hopefully somebody will have some idea. But yeah, we'll work through it.
Yep, sounds good. Thanks for doing that. All right, let's follow up on the threads then. Thank you, Nawaz. And thanks to the CI team for dealing with this. Any other questions on this or any of the other topics? All right, anyone have any discussion topics that they'd like to bring up that we didn't go through? All right, if not, we have a couple of provider updates. First one is Mike, but I do see he put a comment that he might not miss the meeting. And I don't think I see him here. So I will just read through his updates. So it sounds like the CubeMark provider CapK has a version released 0.6.0. It updates to CAPI 1.4 and Kubernetes 1.26. So please check it out if you're interested. And the second update is from Cheyenne. Are you around, Cheyenne?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, so we have released v30.13.0 with CAPI 1.5 and machine pool machines. I can quickly show a 2-minute demo if folks are interested.
Yeah, I think that'd be great. We have plenty of time. So if you are interested in staying for the demo, please stick around. If not, this is the end of our agenda, so feel free to drop off. I will give you screen sharing permission in a second, Cheyenne.
Sure.
So you're able to screen share. All right, so you should be able to share your screen. Let me know if not.
You can see my screen, right?
Yes, but it's the agenda right now.
Yeah, I have switched right now. You can see the command prompt.
No.
Oh, it's paused. Okay, resume share once again. Yeah.
So you can only share a single screen or something with the
Oh,
Zoom.
okay.
That might
One
be wrong.
second. Yeah, I didn't know that. Okay.
Or a single window or something like that.
Okay.
Yep. No, it works.
This works, right?
Yes.
Okay. So so right now we have a cluster, which is a managed cluster. In our case, it's called OKE, but yeah, in OCI land, that's a managed cluster. We have a machine pool, which is MP-0. The machine pool is in running state and it has 2 replicas. If I do kubectl get machines -a, before CAPI 1.5, we couldn't do this, but now if you can see, we are actually able to see the backend machines which are running for this machine pool. I can see the node name, the actual provider ID for this machine, what is the phase for this machine, what is the age of the machine, and the version is something that we have actually raised a request for. It should actually come, but yeah, so this is the machine pool machine. So if you look at the OCI machine pool machine, I can see this is the actual machine pool machine we created, the infra machine pool machine that we created, and Cappy reconciled it and actually created the machine. And then it again went ahead and reconciled from the cluster, what is the provider ID, what is the node name, and it face and everything, and it actually did everything. So great work for Jonathan and all the reviewers to get this feature in. So it brings great visibility into the machine pool feature and one step closer to making managed clusters awesome.
This is really awesome. Thanks for showing this, Shyam. It's I'm sure Jonathan is excited to see someone using the feature he built in Cappy already in a provider. So really, really cool. And I will use this also as a quick, I guess, like advertisement. If you have some bandwidth, I think Jonathan is looking for reviews on the Docker machine pool machine implementation, which will help us test this in Cappy to make sure there are no regressions in the future. So if you have some, if you or anyone else who's interested in machine pool machines has bandwidth to review the PR, that would be greatly appreciated.
I have been giving feedback in that PR as well.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah.
Cool. Any questions for anyone? Or any other comments? All right. If not, thanks all and have a great rest of your Wednesday. And see you all online. Bye.